Yes, it's yet another beautiful day, great day, on a beautiful, beautiful day like this. Yeah. Welcome to Nyam's Escapades once again. And today we're looking at something a bit different. I'm talking to someone very interesting, very exciting, and I want to hear their stories because we also want to have those stories of hope, stories of success, but there's those zero to hero stories. This afternoon, I'm joined in by Mary Clay. Mary Clay is based in Kenya. Mary Clay, so good afternoon. Welcome to Nyam's Escapades.
Good afternoon to you too, Nyams.
And I'm also joined by John. Welcome to Nyam's Escapades.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm John.
Okay. So let's start off. Mary Clay, you are the action, the main actor in this movie, in this, if I might call it a movie. Let's start off by who is Mary Clay? We want to understand where you were born, how you grew up. Let's start step by step so that to someone who is listening to your story can really follow your story. So let's start off. Where was Mary Clay born? In which country? Which town? How she grew up here? Let's start off like that.
Okay, thank you very much. So, as I said, my name is Mary Claire Wamboi. I was born in Kenya in a city called Kiambu, and I was born by a single mother, though she passed on when I was 4 years old. So I was raised by my grandparents.
Sorry, when you say you're born, you were born by a single mother, what do you mean?
My mom was not married.
So she was divorced.
Okay, I don't know about that.
Okay.
I only know, yes.
Okay. Let's continue.
So I was raised by my grandparents up to college, but before that I joined primary. That is primary here in Kenya. I call them primary. Then at the age of 9, I lost my sight. But I continued studying in another school where they were.
Okay, wait. Let's go step by step. When you lost your sight in your 9 years, what was the cause of your loss of sight? Do you remember?
Yes, I was told it's due to retinal detachment.
Retinal detachment. Do you know if you got medical assistance at that stage?
Yeah, we tried going to various hospitals, but it was quite fatal because the first doctor went to the biggest hospital in Kenya, that is Kenyatta National Hospital. So the doctor there told us to wait for a few days and see how the reaction will be. But by the time we went back, she had gone for a maternity leave. So, and we didn't know what to do next. So by the time we got another way, it was too late because it took too long for us to realize where to go next. Because you see, I was raised by my grandparents and my grandmother, who was basically like my mom, and she was not that enlightened because it came from a village.
Okay.
So that's why it was late.
Okay. So now let's talk about you starting. You had 9 years when you got blind. Then from there, what happened from there?
I stayed at home for a year because we didn't know which school I could go, and which really caused a high trauma in my life because I almost forgot everything back in school. My friends left me because they didn't know how to play with me and all that. So a whole year I stayed at home, and then later I told my grandmother, I want to go back to school. So from there, she tried to look for ways, and then as we were continuing going for a clinic in Kenyatta, there was this doctor told her that you can go to Kikuyu Hospital, which was known and still known for eyes issues. From there, when we went, they advised us to go to Dika School for the Blind. When we went there, my grandmother was told that I cannot be hosted there because it was a boarding school, and with my health issues, I need to be closer to home. So
Okay.
she was
Wait. Just hold on. So what are these health issues?
I was asthmatic, critical one. Asthmatic.
So from which stage were you asthmatic?
I'm from around back in when I was, I think, around 6. Because I was told there was a time I had fainted when I was in nursery school. That is pre-primary or kindergarten. I had fainted. It's due for the lack of oxygen. So I was told it started earlier, but it was somehow contained. Though the school feared if I go there. Yeah.
Okay. So let's now talk about you now trying to go to school and boarding school. They've refused you to be in a boarding because due to your medical condition. Then from there, what happened?
They sent us to another day school, which is was integrated. So there they embraced me and they welcomed me. I was admitted there. It was so I used to come from home every day. I would be taken by my grandmother until there was this van that a driver said that since he goes to work in Nairobi, and the school was between Nairobi, almost to actually is in Nairobi County. So he said he's going to be
taking you there to and from, giving you transport.
Yes, though for free. Though he used to carry other children, but for me he did it for free.
Okay. Yeah.
So that is how I survived there. I was the first one to do Braille there. Yes. In Mosaic, the school was called Mosaic Primary.
Okay. So
did.
Yes. So you're in primary school. You finished primary school. Let's get into high school.
Yes. In high school, I went to a far place, further from home, way far. In that I was taking a 5-year drive, 5 hours drive to my high school, but this one was a boarding. From in that school, that is where now my asthma got very it worsened because I'm far and the place is too cold. For me to get some medications, it was not easy. So critically, I got so ill because I was admitted now over and over from the hospital, out from the hospital, nearby hospital. And one thing is that all my schooling were paid by well-wishers, people that I don't know. Although in high school, I was helped by
normally I'll personally say they're not well-wishers, but I just say they're angels. Because normally you don't know angels, you know?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead.
So in high school, when the teachers realized how my condition is getting weak, they took another step whereby there was a nurse they admitted a nurse to be catering for those people who are weak health-wise. So I happened to be one of them. So there we could be given some milk, goat milk. At least it's going to boost the immune system.
Okay.
So yeah.
So how did you perform in high school?
I can say I was average.
You're an average student.
I think I was an average student, though I used to top.
Okay.
I used to top. Yeah.
Okay. Then let's look at life after high school. What then happened to you? Did you go for university? Did you go for teacher education? What happened after high school?
After high school, first and foremost, I did not get the chance to achieve the grade I wanted because during my final year, I was so sick that I was admitted 1 week prior to my final exam. I got the cerebral malaria, whereby it affects your brain. You become So I failed to achieve with 3 marks because I wanted to do psychology or law. So when I failed that to achieve it, I was advised to do teaching, of which it really devastated me because I really want. And whenever I went to any university looking for a chance to study psychology, counseling psychology, they denied me because they said that we don't teach any other career for persons with visual impairment here. You
Okay.
can only do education. I was really against, because one thing I don't like is doing what others do always. Everybody is in education. So I wanted to be different, because I always believe I'm unique.
Mhm.
So, but all in all, I have a choice.
Okay.
I
So,
had to accept it.
okay. So just to remind my listeners, I'm talking to Mary Clay, and she's in Kenya. She's totally blind. I want to call it totally blind because normally people say visually impaired. And visually impaired to me can mean even someone who wears glasses and everything. So let's say she's totally blind. She's also asthmatic. She's telling us about a zero to hero story, a grace to hope story, you know. And now she's at the stage where she's telling us she's now in college. She went to do to study teaching. And how was your journey there? Doing your teaching studies.
It was not easy,
Mhm.
because that time my grandmother was diagnosed with cancer,
Shame.
and I didn't know about it until later on,
Mm.
because even when she took me to college, she was she seemed to be fine,
Mm.
but later,
Mm.
that is when I knew that she's suffering from
Mhm.
cancer. Because when I went there, life was very tough. It's not like in high school,
Mm.
because here you like you if you get someone to pay for your school fees, other the other like shopping and all that, you have to look for how you're going to get it.
Mhm.
So I used to like ask the people that are close to my grandmother to
Mm.
help me.
Mm.
Then I got another angel who was a
Mhm.
policeman,
Mhm.
who said that he is going to be giving me every time I'm going back to school. I go for shopping
Mhm.
and transportation.
Mhm.
So from there I studied, though not completely fully there, because I
Mhm.
used to feel so outcast,
Mhm.
because this is something that you are forcing yourself into,
Mhm. Mhm.
because you don't have a choice. I want to
Mm.
change my life, and I want to support my grandmother.
Mhm.
So out of that I studied, yes, though. Now when I was in college, that is when now another kickback hit
Mm.
me.
Mhm.
I was diagnosed with a disease called hyperthyroidism.
Mhm. What is that?
So
What is that to someone who doesn't
where
understand?
it is whereby you have your hormones,
Mhm.
the metabolism. Now there is two types. There is hypo and
Mm.
hyper.
Mm.
The hyper, it means that the metabolism in your body is very high.
Mhm.
In that you will eat and eat, but instead of growing
Growing.
big, or
Mhm.
you're growing thinner and thinner all the time.
Okay.
So I didn't know why I was craving some few
Mhm.
few meals,
Mhm.
like eggs. I used to eat a lot of boiled eggs.
Mhm.
I would even eat 6.
Mhm.
Then later something else,
Mhm. Mhm.
and I'm growing thinner and thinner.
Yeah.
I was tall, but
Mhm.
then I shrink. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I make fun by saying I shrinked.
Mhm. Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
and
Okay.
yes.
Okay. So now because we're also trying to follow a story bit by bit, but also to get time, because we really want to get to the heat of this whole story, why I'm talking to you. So now tell us, after college, you've graduated in teaching. After college,
Yes.
then what's next? What happened next?
After college, first my grandmother died when
Okay,
I was
sorry
still
about
in
that.
college.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very hard,
Mm-hmm.
so hard. Because yeah, after college, no one now is supporting me. I have
Mm-hmm.
to look
But
for a
but
way to support
but where
myself.
was your grandfather? Where was your grandfather?
He's still alive, but you see, he had retired.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So like we have now, at least he had a farm where we get our basic meals, but now the other necessities, I had to look for a way to get. So I used to sell some groundnuts.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
to
So
get
my
some little
my
cash.
my question would be, how would you sow groundnuts yet you're blind? But to somebody, it sounds very obvious, but to some people, it's like, no. How do they sell? Because how do they know the measurements? What about if someone gives them the wrong money? If you give the wrong change to somebody?
I used to have a cousin.
Mhm.
The cousin is the one who would help me sell them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, we would measure with her, and then we'll go around selling.
Mm-hmm.
And the little I would get, the profit I would get,
Mm-hmm.
I would share some with her,
Mm-hmm.
at least to give her an appreciation.
Okay.
So that is how I survived until I applied for the job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But during that time, it was hard. Remember, now I have thyroid, I'm asthmatic.
Mm-hmm.
So there is this medication,
Mm-hmm.
and the medication I have to buy.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time I was furious. I almost got to depression.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go to the chief and complain because
Mm.
there is this money for the disability,
Mm-hmm.
but all the time I will not get a chance to get the money. You have to register. And then I had that the chief there used to replace my name with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So when I learned about it, I was furious. Here I am, I'm struggling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a full orphan and I'm disabled. I'm supposed to get the money at least to support myself.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily again, I got someone to help me buy the medication
Mm-hmm.
for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I can say I always survive with God's
Mhm.
grace.
So,
Yes.
so now let's look at the stage whereby you started to get employment. You've got employment.
Now on that stage, when I got the employment,
Mm-hmm.
things were running well.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that
Mm.
until the COVID.
Mm-hmm.
During that time of COVID, people are fearing to go to hospital because
Mm.
there was this scenario where a guy who was asthmatic went to hospital. Instead of them being treated, they were isolated, claiming to be COVID, to have a COVID. So I used to fear to go into public hospital. So I used to go to private, and private you have to pay. So I used most of my money in my medication during that time because the insurance that you used, the hospitals that catered from the insurance, they accept the insurance. It was far, and we couldn't travel that time. So it's whatever you have in your pocket you used to buy the medication. You used to go for a checkup in the nearby hospital because you are avoiding to travel and getting infection. And then now the worst came to when back in 2021. That is when my life took a turn to worse. Because during that time, I got the injection, the vaccine, which reacted negatively. I got the clots. My legs were clot, the blood clot. My hands. In that I couldn't even walk. I couldn't go to the toilet. I had to be carried. Everything. I was back to being a baby.
Okay. So now let's hold on to that part. This is all happening. Who are you staying with? When you could not walk, where you could not bath yourself, where you could not cook your clothes. Who are you staying with?
Now that is when another angel came in. His name is John. Since he used to stay near, and then he used to come and check on me. That is when he told me, now since this has started worse, I had to move in with him because I cannot care for myself. I cannot cook. I cannot go to the toilet by myself. So he used to carry me. If I fall, he would come and lift me up because now my body is weak.
Okay. Wait.
Yes.
Okay. Miracle. Let's wait from there. Let's bring in John into the conversation because now John, the other actor, comes into place. John,
Yes.
How did you get to meet Mary Claire? How did you know about her?
Mary Claire, we met on WhatsApp actually. It was just like was a group for the visually impaired. So she sent in a
so just hold on before you proceed. So you met in a group for visually impaired. So
yes.
Are you also yourself blind? Are you visually impaired? What's the story?
Yes, I am visual. I am blind actually.
From what age?
So
from what age have you been?
From 10 years.
From 10 years. Okay.
10 years is when my issue of the eyes began.
Okay. So anyway, let's wait, because it's very clear chance, you understand? So now we understand John is also blind, right? You now meet Mary Clay in a WhatsApp group, right? Now tell us, how do you guys really connect? How do you guys understand each other from there?
Apparently, I was given a role in a certain organization for the blind, which I was given a role of looking for talents for persons with visual impairment. So as I looked through the groups, I saw a certain poem that was sent by her. So I listened to the poem, then I reached out to her inbox, and we started talking from there. So that is how we now started connecting. Yeah.
Now my question comes to you, John. You visit Mary Clay at her house.
Yes.
She cannot cook, she cannot walk, she cannot go to the bathroom. You are visually impaired. What was your motivation or inspiration to take her into with you?
Well, I saw her as my fellow sister, because also me, I think I had undergone the same situation in the visually impaired world, and also in the being sick, because also me, I've been hospitalized several times because of tuberculosis. I couldn't walk, I couldn't sit. So I saw this as, it's like a flashback. It is happening to someone else what had happened. So I decided, let me take her in and support her where I can. Yeah.
Okay.
So now, she was in a really critical situation.
So now you're carrying two burdens on your shoulders, and now you're forgetting that you're visually impaired, and you have to be a man, and you've got two burdens on your shoulders. What kept on driving you? What was your biggest driver?
The biggest driver is a zeal of, humanity. Because I believe, what goes around comes back around. And also we are all humans and we deserve each other's, help. Yeah.
Okay. So now let's go back to our main actor, Mary Clay. So Mary Clay, you move in with John, right?
Yes.
You're so sick, you can't bath, you can't walk, you can't talk. Were you still going to work? How did the workplace? What was the scenario? Take us now from there. You've moved in with John.
Okay. The workplace was terrible because the big boss kept on telling me I need to go because she need to see me so that she can prove if really I am sick, as I say. And you see, I can't walk. So he had to look for another lady to carry me, just a friend. She carried me to a tuk-tuk. A tuk-tuk, it's a three-legged vehicle.
It's a public transport, yeah?
Yes. She took me to school, which it was traumatizing for me because, you see, I can't sit well. I was feeling pain all over because no one knew what I'm suffering from. Since, let me take you back a little, where I was injected from, when I went back, since I can't walk, and John took me, and when they refused to acknowledge, acknowledge that it has gotten worse, and they chased us away. They even tried to send me to a diabetes clinic to check if it is diabetes, but we tried to tell them that no, I'm not suffering from diabetes. This is the effect of the vaccine. They chased us away. So I had to look for another hospital. And all these hospitals that I was going were private. I have depleted the limit in my insurance. Now I went back to the pocket. I used all my saving. I used everything. I sold some of my items because it was too costly. Now when I tried to reach out to some friends, everybody was telling me, No, at the moment we can't help you. What I had to do, I had to take a loan for my health. Now the loan, I have taken a loan for my medical service. I used everything, and now even John had to sell some of the items to help me. It was so traumatizing. So back at school, the head is not even understanding. And then I was told to go to the employer, the employer herself. When the employer saw that how I was, because I was looking like an old haggard lady, and yet I was 25 years old. So she told me, I don't want to see you here ever again until you get well. You understand? Now I'm back with John. Sometimes we didn't even have anything to eat. There was a time that I had only 10, okay, we call them in shilling, 10 shilling. That would be 10 shilling. I bought the green.
That's almost about $1 US.
Not even $1 US, it's 0.1. So I bought the greens. I boiled. John boiled it for me.
When you say greens, what do you mean? What do you mean? Vegetables?
Yes, vegetable. One vegetable, one type called spinach. It's like kale.
Yeah.
He boiled it for me, and then he ate the last spaghetti we had. Then from there we just waited to see what will happen, because he's a DJ. He had lost the job. Now you see it's a COVID and all that. Most of the clubs had been closed. He lost the job also. So we are just there, looking at each other, trying to see what next can we sell.
How are you looking at each other yet you guys are blind?
As in, okay, it's an expression.
Yes. No, it's okay. It's just to make the whole thing lighter. Okay.
Yes.
So here you guys are in this very tough, challenging situation, right?
Yes.
I want to bring John back into the picture. John, I had a conversation with you guys at one stage, and you were telling me when Mary Clay got so ill, and you had to carry her, and you had to go down the steps with her, because apparently you guys are staying on the 3rd floor of an apartment, and you had to go to hospital. And then I asked you a question. I said to you, didn't you think of giving up, or did you think of leaving her? But before you answer that particular question, take us through the whole scenario where she fell ill and you had to take her to hospital.
So yeah, this was just after the injection, COVID injection. Just
a reminder, we've got 10 more minutes to go.
Okay.
So
it was just a few hours, like that night. So that night, apparently when we slept, Mary Claire got a lot of temperature. It was very high. So she called me and told me, hey, I'm not feeling well. Kindly please help me. So I touched her and I saw, well, she's very hot. And it was around 4 a.m. in the morning. That is, 4 a.m. in the morning. So there's no way I could have called, someone to come and pick us. There was no one to call.
Yeah.
So I had to find a way to cool her down a bit. And then now at around 7 a.m., that's when I called. She couldn't walk. So I just decided, okay, let me close the door. Then I just carry her on my front chest till downstairs. Remember that time I'm not seeing, I don't have a white cane, so I just had to take a risk. To take the till down. So it was just it was just amazing. I didn't even believe it.
Okay. So John, all these things happening, didn't you think of just letting Mary Clay out of your apartment or out of your house or out of your life? The question is, what motivated you till today to still be with Mary Clay, and you guys now have become a team and everything? What has motivated you? Let's keep our answers short, because we're running out of time.
I believe it's just God's strength, and also because of her pure heart. I believe she could have done the same thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Mary Clay, now that you're well and you're understanding that this is what John has done for you, how did you feel?
Yes.
How do you feel up to today?
I am really grateful, though there was a time I had told him, I feel like I'm a burden to you. So if you feel like I'm too much, I'm setting you free, because I was really devastated, now this, yeah, I'm a burden. So to date, I'm still grateful to him. We still live together since I've never recovered from the finances.
Okay.
I still struggle to date.
Okay. So now you made yourself a choice and said to him, if you feel that you're too much of a burden to him, you're setting him free. He can do whatever you want. Because you felt that it was just too much for him to handle, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now, Mary Clay, as we're wrapping up, let's talk about somebody's listening to you today. What type of help or assistance would you want?
For me, what I know is that if I could only get to go to a country where they have a higher medical facilities, and even where I can be getting my meds on time, because you see now I have to buy, sometimes I don't even have a coin. So if only I could get a chance, because I know I was told once that my sickness can be contained and can be easily cured. That is what I was told. And even can get at least my inhalers on time. Because after the vaccine, my everything became like worse. Even my heart rate, at times it goes to up.
Okay. Mary Clay, let's talk about what is it that you'd want help with?
I would really love if someone can just support me to go to a better place where I can get better medication. And also, if I could get someone to help me write a book, which will be inspiration to many who are suffering, so that they may not lose hope. Because I always feel my story can be someone else. Hope for them not to give up. Yes.
Okay. John, you've been through this story and you've seen it better than anyone else.
Yes.
Looking at this story, how would you conclude, or what do you think Mary Clay would really want in terms of help?
I think Mary Clay will really want a good medical facility where it can look at all her health issues, because that is what is the biggest point here in this conversation. Because I think when one is healthy, one is always whole, yeah, and can do a lot of things. So that's the biggest barrier that we have. So anyone who can support in any way that you can, that's what I will request. Yeah.
Okay. So Mary Clay, those who want to contact you, how do they contact you?
I have a WhatsApp number that is +254 703 703 370. That is
Okay. Just start again. What's the number again?
+254.
So +254
703
703
703
703
370.
370. So that's
Yes.
that's the WhatsApp number. Oh, and those who are not on WhatsApp, how do they contact you also?
I also have an email address that is maryclarewairimo@gmail.com.
So Mary Clay is in MaryClare
CARE, E for elephant, W
All right,
A.
let's start very clear. Let's start the email address from scratch, because now everybody will get confused. Start from scratch.
M A
Yeah.
R Y
Mm-hmm.
C L
Mm-hmm.
A R E
Mm-hmm.
W
Mm-hmm.
A I R
Mm-hmm.
I M U
Mm-hmm.
at gmail.com.
Okay, so that's to people, everyone wants to look at you. Okay, just to finish off, John, what would be your parting words? What are your parting shots?
My parting shot is let's hold hands for Mary Claire to get a better health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mary Claire, what
Yes.
would be your parting shots?
My parting shot is first, thank you for this opportunity. And I hope people will reach out to help me to become whole once more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because without good health, I don't think there is life.
All right, very clear. What we can only certainly do is wish you all the best. And I know there are different people from different walks of life who've got very good, pure hearts who can reach out to you and be able to help you and make a difference. So if you really want to also help Mary Claire, if you just also send me a message, I can also send you her number if you missed it, but also try and put the number in the description box. And John, thank you very much for holding Mary Claire's hand. It's a few people who can actually really hold on to certain situation scenarios. So thank you so much, John, for standing by Mary Claire despite your own challenges and issues that you face in life. So all I can do to you guys, I can only wish you guys all the best, good health, and let's definitely hope those angels that you've met along the way, more angels will be coming to change your lives.
Amen.
Mm-hmm. Right, Mary Claire?
Yes.
Okay. All right. This
Bye-bye.
is Yams Escapades channel. We do this it's the first of its kind for me doing this on my channel, but we decided to look at this from zero to hero story, from grace to glory story, a story of hope, a story of inspiration, but also a pure cry for help, out there. I know out there we've got very amazing people who've got big hearts. So let's keep escapading on this channel. And to John and Mary, thank you so much and have yourself a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.